Oh boy. So this is the topic that I was told by actually TKK that I should make a video about this. Facebook is like one of the worst. I think it's like a gift and a curse with Facebook, because you can get everyone's thoughts and opinions about things. People just say whatever. I used to be one of those people where I just say whatever that came to my mind. Do I regret some of that shit? Most of the time, I just didn't really give a fuck. The one thing I'm seeing nowadays is that this whole dating thing is that it's like, now that I'm like, I pay attention to other people's posts and everything, I'm looking at seeing like the whole dating thing. It's women out here, and I'm just talking about women. And it may be some dudes out here that's like this as well. But I made a status message pretty much asking, like, why does money matter when you're getting to know someone? And the reason why I'm asking this question is because this is a thing. Like, this is the nowadays thing right here. So let me just paint an example, right? So let's say you have Lil Jim, right? Lil Jim, he works at McDonald's, fucking assistant manager. We're gonna say he makes a roughly around 30, 35K. I don't know the salary range. I ain't about to look that shit up right now. So we're just gonna put it to you like that, right? Then you have a female who is, let's just say, like a medical assistant, right? They probably in the 40s. They probably in that price range. It's women out here that literally will not date that guy because he makes 35K versus her 40, 45K, right? We're just gonna say roughly. I'm just saying just based off, just going off numbers. It's women out here that literally will not date a guy because he makes slightly less than her. But if we turn the tables around and you have the guy making 45, 50 and up, and then she makes 35K, and then a guy say, I don't want no bitch that make that much, then it's World War III, right? It's World War III at this point. Me personally, I feel like that's fucked up. Like, for one, like, why does money really matter in a fucking relationship? Like, I've been married twice, and the only time that, like, I would say my first marriage was that shit was about money, and that shit pissed me off. I don't really give a fuck about money because it's gonna come and go regardless. Do you need it to live? Yes. Do you need it to survive? Yes. If you two are striving to get to a certain goal, then money shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone's pockets should not matter in a relationship. Like, money should not be the sole thing that makes or break a relationship. I'm gonna post some of the comments here, and I want you to see like the shit that these motherfuckers were saying. Like, pretty much, it was one chick on there that literally was like, I like to go on trips. If that person don't like to go on trips, that's it. Damn, what if a person don't like going on trips? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the deal? But let the guy who has money and, you know, and the girl, oh, I want to go on a trip. And you like, nah, I ain't going on no trip. Then it's, you being cheap, you acting broke, oh, you broke ass. You know what I'm saying? It becomes like this whole fucking stigma, and I really don't like it. Like, can we just bring back, like, just liking somebody for them? You know what I'm saying? Can we just bring back, you know, just liking somebody for, you know, because how they treat you, instead of what they have in their bank account or what do they have on them, not because of what they wear, or, you know what I'm saying, or the type of cologne that they wear, or the shoes that they fucking wear. Like, it shouldn't, like, can we just like go back? Like, if I had to choose the type of love that I want, it would be that fucking 70s love, not the orgy 70s love where, you know, people just fucking, you know what I'm saying, they were just doing whatever. I'm talking like, you know, they stuck it out, even though, you know, you still got to bring up the bullshit that, you know, motherfuckers have multiple kids with, you know. I want that type of love, but, you know, It's just, you know, like they was together. And you know what I'm saying? And they just stuck it out. It wasn't for, oh, because the person had a lot of money. It was because the person made them feel good. Made them feel good, you know, emotionally. You made them happy regardless. And then when the money came, it just, everything just fell into place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, why people just base love off money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I instantly, like, when people, when I was dating, when people would ask me what I do, like what I do for a living, like that shit is an instant turn off. Like, why does that matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, you may be talking to me today, but bitch, you might not make it to next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is, you know, like, how you gonna ask what the fuck I do? Like, nah, fuck you do. Like, I feel like if the person, if the other half is able to have the basic adulting necessities, and when I say the basic adulting necessities, it is able to pay their rent, pay their bills, go to work. You know what I'm saying? We can't even say car nowadays, because now that I live in a bigger city, you know, I'm finding that in the bigger cities, car don't really matter. You know, it's in those like those Midwest cities that, you know, most of them, like Indiana, probably like Detroit, Ohio. Transportation matters. You need a car. You know what I'm saying? Like Kentucky, probably you need a car. Versus New York, Chicago, probably California, if their transportation system is pretty good. Like, you need, like, other than that, like, a car does not matter, you know, in these type of cities. Like, even though it's preferred probably by some people, but having a car, like, you can get around pretty quickly, like, in these big cities. Like, if you don't have a car, you got Uber, you got Lyft, you even got the little bicycles you can ride, you got the train, you got the subway, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of shit, versus if you live in Detroit, you gotta have a whip. I feel like if that person can maintain that, if you have that basic shit down, the basic adulting shit down, I feel like you should be good. You should be eligible to date anybody, because you're able to provide for yourself. You're able to establish, you're able to have your own place. You're able to, you know, provide for yourself, buy groceries, you know what I'm saying? You're able to do all this shit by yourself. When you do meet someone, and if they have those basic adulting necessities, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see that. Like, why does money matter? If the person, if the motherfucker was living with his mama, he just lived with his mom and shit like that, and he just didn't have no goals, no ambition, no timetable of not moving out of mama's house, then yeah, them the motherfuckers you want to stay away from, because them the motherfuckers who's just based off laziness. They just lazy, and they, you know what I'm saying? But then you got motherfuckers who've been raised off survival. You got motherfuckers who they just don't know. They just figure as soon as they get some money, they gotta, you know what I'm saying? They gotta take care of some shit. So I can see both sides, but like, can we just get back to just loving people because you want to be loved, and you know what I'm saying? All that shit. Does money matters to you in your relationship? And if so, why? Why does you dating, and we're not even talking about marriage, for the record. We're talking about dating. Why does money matter in a relationship? Like, why is it a big thing when you're dating? Like, if you're dating and then you're trying to strive to that committed relationship role, why does money matter? And like, it was someone on there on Facebook literally said like, oh, my man has to have a good credit score, you have to have this. And I'm like, are you matching that energy? Are you matching that fucking energy? Making sure that you got that shit too? I'm like, it's hard to try to demand something when you don't have nothing. Like, if you're gonna demand someone that needs to make this certain amount of money, they need to have this in order, you need to at least have that shit. You know, logically speaking, you need to at least have half of that. Or striving to get to that level, to have that, in my opinion. There's no, like, they're just, like, the logic of certain, like, the women nowadays, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, why, okay, as a gentleman, if you're going out on a date, me personally, I feel like whoever asks to go out on a date should pay for it. That's just what it is. Back in the day, I used to, like, go Dutch. I didn't give a fuck. I used to go Dutch. I didn't care. I'm like, shit. Like, I'm not about to waste my time and money. Well, I'm not about to waste my time. I'm not about to waste my money on something that, you know, you just, if you think, because I'm already know 9 times out of 10, most women be trying to get a free meal out of a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, they will go out on a date with you, and thinking you gonna pay for it. You pay for that meal, and she gonna take her leftovers to the crib, so the nigga that who really hitting that shit can eat your motherfucking leftovers. Let's just be real. And I just, you know, once I just like, I'm not about to be that nigga. You know, I'm not about to be feeding the next nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not about to do that. I just feel like we just need to get back to like the old school love. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, hey, do you like me? Yep. And then y'all just mesh together and you just make shit work. But like, it's just shit that I've just seen, and I'm just like a big WTF. Like, it's just a big WTF, and I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And I think this is more so me recognizing this shit now after 2 marriages later, that now I'm realizing certain shit. And so like now I'm analyzing everything. Like every fucking thing now, like, wait a minute. And you gotta get like that. You gotta, at some point, you have to realize, like, that's like if you ask, like, if you have your other half next to you, just ask them, hey, what's the main reason you're with me? Just ask them. And you'll see if it's money or stability. You know, they may not outright tell you. They'll make up some shit. Oh, you just treat me well. In certain situations, you have to put your girl through a test. You might have to like test your girl. You go out and you be like, I ain't got it, and then see if you get the same results. See if she pull out her money and be like, I got it. And as much as I hate my second ex-wife, I can say that it's been times where she just flat out just paid for shit. Thanks. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, it is what it is. She still ain't shit. However, that is what I want to talk about today. This is like my weekly thing. I'm gonna try to just do weekly shit and make a weekly video. I'm just gonna just start off by doing that. So that's just my topic for today, is just that, like, why do people focus on money in like dating, not like dating relationships? Like, why does money matter? Why is money a big thing in relationships? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.